Greetings, one and all. Welcome back once more to the shed. Can you give me a shout in the chat if I am coming through loud and clear? Uh, a brief roll call. We've got Lord Owl. Greetings, Lord Owl. Liz just popped in the chat. Nice to see you, Liz. Let's see. Paul is in the chat. Hello, Paul. Wolfsec Scenics. Haunted Railway is Jake. Hello, Jake. Scott Rouse. Good to see you, Dave. Nice to see you, and hope all is well in frosty Canada. Ooh, Chuck Schreiber has joined us from the state of Texas. Good to see you, Chuck. Hope you're well and enjoying your retirement. That's the only thing for you. Randall Ellison has joined us. Very good morning to you, Randall. I hope all is well down in your neck of the woods and you're busy. Moneybrook Junction, Mark Candelisa. Hello there. Nice to see you. Simon Trains Model Railway. Howdy. Good to see you. 156 Andrew has joined us. Good day to you, Andrew. I hope Scotland isn't too much like it is here. Wet, thrice wet. There was a little fine mist in the air this morning, and it was threatening. Not only has it threatened, it has persistently come down now. Midsummer, that's Greg. Hello, Greg. Just got something in the chat there. Right, okay, covered that up. Right. I'm pretty good. The busy part, that's another story. Yeah, from what I can gather, it certainly is. Anyway, good luck with that, Randall. Osmerica is Artie. Hello, Artie. Good show last night. Very interesting coal mining stuff there from a long departed coal mine. But interesting story behind it. Very interesting indeed. Liz has joined us from the States. Good to see you, Liz. And so we've got an American and a Canadian contingent, which is good because I've still got the New York Central Pullman with the Hudson on the front. And just behind me that way, here's the birthday present, a rake of English China clay CDA wagons. CDA. I couldn't remember that to save my life. Smallwood Junction has joined us. That's Paul and Paris. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. To see you. Nice. I gather I'm coming through loud and clear. So if you can just give me a little indication in the chat that I am loud and clear, that would be very helpful. There's 22 in. That's absolutely amazing. Yes, 5x5. Thank you, Simon. Always great to see you. So yes, a Cura scale. This is how the item comes boxed. That's good, Chuck. This is it's an Irish company actually, a Cura scale. They do Irish railway models, IRM, and they also do a Cura scale. Which is British outline 00 scale model railroad, that kind of thing. So let's open this up and you can see what you get. Run what you brung. So yes, my lovely wife and Richard got together and bought these. It's a set of 15. So you get, let's just see what you get. You get this in the pack. I've just removed the little leaflet, but the leaflet looks like this. It gives you an idea of what the wagon looks like in service. Very covered in clay deposits because that's their intended purpose, clay trains, and that's what you get inside. A set of 3. with various pipes and bits and pieces for you to add on as you see fit. Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Very good day to Steve and Jenny and Dave. Enjoyed the action last night. Really good live stream. Loads of action. Lots of very quick Amtrak trains. And some super long coal drags and all kinds of things last night. Really very good. It's amazing that we get anything on Saturday at all, because everybody's busy on Saturdays and that kind of thing. Anyway, right, here is there's Dave Nish. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you. They come wrapped in this funky plastic outline. You can actually sort of push them out down to the end, but I've found it better if you can actually catch the edge and peel them off, because it's not in a big band. It's actually a one piece, and it's got sort of a sticky inside, so it comes off something like that. And there is the wagon. Acura Scale do a really good job of putting these things together. This is high fidelity modeling with some tiny details on the side. There's a really very fine line there. I'll see if I can get that in the light somewhere. Right there. There's obviously molded in plastic, that particular part, but boy, that is fine. So there's some really fine detail on there. I'll pop that one down there, and we'll add that to the train. Yeah, I'm tickled pink with these. Of course, I had no idea this was coming. I hadn't even heard that Acura Scale were producing these, so that came as a bit of a surprise. Let's try pushing it out. There we go. Yeah, it does come out that way, but I'll just check the wheels and make sure they're in their little brass cups. They are indeed. I did pull out a couple that had just deviated from their sockets, so I'm just checking them as I'm putting them on. Otherwise, we'll get a wheel flat. This one's sliding out nice and easy. Yes, English China Clay International. And I've got a suitable diesel, which is sitting just not there. There, a Class 37 tractor. This has got a funky prime mover sound in it, which is not your average English electric prime mover. Just check those wheels. They're all good. Right, now forgive me a second, and I'll pop these on the track. Lisa and Mark, Wolfsack Scenics. If there's anybody I've missed so far, Schuylkill River Valley John. Hello, John 2. John number 2. Great to see you, John. And Andrew King, Andrew T.D. King has joined us. Great to see you, Andrew. I know it's very wet in Hertfordshire at the moment. You're at the other end of Hertfordshire, and you're probably suffering the same fate that we are here. Cold, 10 degrees. 10 degrees isn't bad, but cometh with the warmer climes comes the rain. So, it is what it is. That's a horrible phrase, but it's true. Right, let's get this stuff packed off in there and pop that down there. And let's get this train moving. This is a Bachmann. That's a Bachmann Class 37. Its number is 37906, and all the 900 range were re-engined. So this one has got a re-engine in it. Let's change direction, and no, we won't. We'll go that way. Wagons roll. So this is straight out of the box. I haven't run this one since last year. Straight out of the box, straight on the track. And being as a backman UK, it just runs. It just runs, no question. I didn't have the panics that there was going to be any kind of problem. So we have a bit of a blizzard going on here. But I have a train show to get to. Oh, blimey, Dave. That's as far as the train goes, Dave. That's Dave Nish. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. We'll let it do a complete roundy, and we'll see what's happening. Hit the like button if you don't like it. Hit Gollum. Thank you, Paul. That's very nice of you. So far, so good. Let's stop it there. One of them's a little squeaky. Are you actually going to stop? I must have set the momentum on this really, really high. So it's just going on forever. Right, let's get these three onto the track and add them to the train. Forgive me turning my back for a minute. It's not meant to be an insult, but there you go. It's operational necessity. Right. Have I got any news? Yes, I have a bit of news. My niece and her husband, my niece Julie and her husband Ben have just come around, and they're expecting a baby. In June, so it's early days. But my son is going to be an uncle times 6 now. So there's Clive. Hello, Clive. Nice to see you, man. You're probably suffering the outrage that's of weather that we are at the moment. Sorry about that, Clive. Brian's just popping in before the folks come over. Well, that's Sunday for you. Squeaks on your trains is handy when you have more than one running. Absolutely, yeah. I know we do our best to get rid of all the squeaks, but it's helpful sometimes, particularly when something comes to a crashing halt and all of a sudden you notice there isn't a squeak anymore and you think, hello, there's something. Right, so let's move that off again. So that makes 12 so far. And they are on their way round. I really like the way they've done the top of these. The top of the real thing is canvas, and they've given the plastic an effect that gives it that stretched canvas look. And finally, I'll be able to pension off the old CDA wagons that I have in English China clay livery, which were made by Hornby. And they were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. They would derail at the drop of a hat. Because what they did, although these are a 4-wheel bogie, a 4-wheel wagon, no bogies, just 4 wheels. Because they're a stretched truck, if you like, what Hornby did is they made the axles pivot. And it was a horrible arrangement, and it would more or less guarantee you that the thing would toss itself off the track. And we don't like wagons that toss themselves off, do we? Isn't that right? So how you should run MGR wagons. These ones, so far, have not thrown themselves from the track. Did I just miss somebody who came into the chat? Quite positive. DMRJ, a very good day to you. Nice to see you. Hunt's couplings fixed that. I've never gone down the Hunt coupling or magnetic coupling route, because I like the option of being able to uncouple them without just pulling them apart and having them ding, attract. So to keep the ability to uncouple remotely or manually, I'll stick with the old tension lock couplings. Or for the American stuff, I've got KDs and I can do conversion wagons. Curly Express, he's going to be back for coffee. Great to see you, Dwight. Always lovely to see you. Um, if there's an hello, there's Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Very sorry to hear about your news that you've lost a family member. It's always devastating. So I do feel for you, and all the best, mate. Uh, well, Brian, I'm glad that you turned up at all. So you do what you have to do and enjoy yourself. The same pivoting axle idea was used by Dapol on the six-wheel Stove R, an absolute disaster. Yeah, it sounds good in theory, Andrew, but in practice, it was a lame duck. Um, these are very much in a rigid frame. I think they've given the wheels, the flanges, enough leeway that they can get round corners to exacerbate that or reduce that problem. So these don't seem to have the same fault as the Hornby version. I mean, these axles, the pinpoints are in brass cups into the frame, and that does seem to be the way. There is one of them a little bit squeaky. I think it's that one. Difficult to tell. I did check all of the axles that they're in those cups before I put them on, but there's always a chance that one's a little tight, and don't really want to put a flat on the wheels if I can help it. I mean, if I do, I can get hold of a Cura scale and say, look, this is what happened, and they'll send some more on. On the phone, so can't do any different. Understandable, Anthony. I did have a bit of news that levelled things out a bit. My niece is visiting now with her husband, and they're expecting a baby. So you have a good news, bad news situation. It keeps our feet on the ground. It certainly does. But congratulations to them, to Julie and Ben. Howdy, Andy. Oh, great to see you, Mark, at Stanover Model Railway. Another brilliant channel. Great content. Always great to see you, Mark. The Closet Branch has popped in and said hello to everyone. So what I'll do now is I'll stop this and we'll do Dwight's challenge, shall we? Stop there. If I hit 5, that should slow things right down rapidly, because that's a brake function. Ah, you see, that didn't wander on forever. So let's try some sound on that, shall we? Here comes the sound. Now we'll do a drop down to nothing. Hi, Maura. Good to see you. And Andy Dobson. Hi, Andy. Right, that's it. So there's Dwight's challenge, the up and the down. Here we go. The lights are on. Somebody's home. Let's start her off. And that is a Class 37 with a Ruston engine in it. This is one of the experimental things they did with the Class 37 to re-engine it. So I'll just hit that. Silence is golden. Get a kick out of how those locomotives sound. Very different from those in the States. Yeah, a lot of our prime movers, Randall, were originally marine engines made by Salzer, English Electric, things like the Napier Delchic was made for ships and boats. So Leicester Station TND. There's Gary. Hello, Gary. Good to see you, mate. Kind of sound like my brother's Case 1070 tractor. That's why the Class 37, Randall, has got the nickname of the tractor. So all of the Class 37s have this nickname. So when you turn up on a line and there's one of these running, oh man, it's a tractor. And we've got these nicknames. We give a name to everything. It's just like in the war, American P-51. We called it the Mustang. Whereas the Americans favor letters and numbers, we tend to go for things like the Grumman Martlet, which I think was originally the Hellcat, something like that. There you go. Perfect nickname, the tractor. Yes, indeed. Right. Well, let's go around the board. Let's get the Hudson moving. And she's on her way. GE's U series of locomotives were often called U-boats. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I particularly liked the U-50 because it was such a monster, ugly monster, but a very effective locomotive. But it never caught on. There were others that were equally as good or better, and it was a bit of a white elephant, which is a shame. Good afternoon. Oh, there's Rob. Hello, Rob. Nice to see you, mate. From Shedley Wood Model Railway. I'm glad you put that in. It's a good reminder. We had the English Electric in the old BHP diesels here. Yeah, they've all got a sound. And then if you add different turbochargers, again, there's this different sound. And Dundas Junction, James. Hello, James. You're in the same neck of the woods as Dave, so you'll be expecting some snow as well. Better off staying in the basement, matey, I think. Ooh. Yes, indeed. Back later, gonna film from Tyndrum Lower to Crane. Sorry, I'm not good with the Scottish pronunciation, but I'm sure you get the gist of it. I'll try it again, shall I? No, I won't try it again. No. Anyway, it's great to see you. Chobberton Junction is Tony. Hello, Tony. It's Anthony, actually, but for the sake of similarity, Anthony, Tony, there you go. So always great to see you. Its location's on the West Highland line. Oh, okay, Simon, thank you for that. And Andrew, enjoy yourself, but don't do anything silly. The It's a better world with you in it rather than sadly departed. So yeah, just be careful. Not a nice day today, staying indoors, chilling with a cup of coffee. I don't blame you, mate. I really don't. Although the temperature's up from what it usually is, 10 degrees centigrade is what, 50-ish Fahrenheit. It's not too bad. With it comes the precipitation. And I think the merest mention of shed, model railway, railroad, Hudson, tractor, and it pissed down. So, excuse my language, but I'm sure you understand uh, just how much the heavens have opened. Anyway, let's get you down on the track so you can see this. I'll get the final three. What are they? What are they? They are CDA wagons. CDA. I'll get the final three of those out. We'll get them on the track. So that will be a full 15. And that was my birthday present this year. These things aren't cheap, but they're a far, far superior model than the old Hornby variety, which was flawed in its inception. Great idea on paper, just didn't work. Just as Andrew said, who made the final three? What are they? Wagons? The CDAs? Oh yes, yeah, they're all China clay wagons. And this is the prototypical type of locomotive that would have pulled said wagons. They operated them in a long chain, mostly down in Cornwall, Devon, places like that, local potteries, paper mills, everything that requires China clay. We'll be listening while I do breakfast. Oh, that's great, James. What are you having? I bet it's something delicious. Sorry I'm late. Phone can't take. Oh, that's okay, Digger. Great to see you, mate. Always great to see you. Eggs. Eggs is fine. High in protein, low in fat. Yeah. Put hair on your chest, James. Anyway, um, there's Clive. Let me add Clive as a moderator. There you go, Clive. You are now a moderator with Digger and Dino. Ah, Dino! Hey, great to see you. Sorry, mate, I completely missed you there. I'm getting old. Wakey, wakey. Right, let's get you down on the track so you can enjoy the squeaky wheels as they go past. Okay, Dino. Right, here we go. Right, let's hope this doesn't flake out. I'll just straighten everything out so you don't go all funny. There we go. Now that is actually flat, I believe, but maybe it's a little bit high. There we go. Now there's the lovely Hudson pulling the Pullman. It was great getting these cars just before my birthday. That's a present in itself. Here comes the Class 37. It's not completely silent. It has a few. It's quite an old model. And here come the rake. What's Randall got? Some of the crews refer to the Warbornet -9s as warbirds. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Right. Okay. Let's pop that one down there. And pop that down there. And here is the last box. There we go. You have to have patience when you're opening these. It's quite a good seal on the box, and it's better to just gently let it take the vacuum away. Here is the leaflet that you get with it, and it gives you an exploded diagram, and that's the kind of parts list you're looking at. Let me just bring that a little closer. That is a multitude of parts on there, incredibly detailed. Plus they give you a little bit of spiel on that side about what it is and what it does. What are they carrying? They're carrying China clay. So if I give you if I pick one of these out of the box, I can give you a closer look at it. Just getting them out of the box is a bit of a job. There we go. So yes, I'm running American HO gauge, and I'm also running British 00 gauge because I can. Because I can. There's not much between them. Here comes the funky outer. Just check the wheels. Yes, they are engaged. There you go. That's what it looks like. Let's get a bit closer. ECC International, which was the English China Clay Company, and that was their logo. Now they've been sadly swallowed by a French conglomerate, but oh well, that's one of those things. I'll just pop that on the track for a moment. They are quite free rolling. Yeah, all good. So far, so good. Right, let's try and unhook this. There we go. Check the wheels. The wheels are engaged. I've got that one the wrong way round, so I'll just change that around. So they're all running. There are slight differences between the sides of these. And the last one, number 15, is right here. If I can find the end. There it is. I cannot separate it though. Yes, I can. Aha! I found the edge. It's like trying to do a bit of sellotape on the roll where you've cut it too thin. Yeah, the wheels are engaged. So if I stop that now, no, I won't. I'll stop it next time around. Recall. Here comes the sound. It's quite a raucous sound on this one. And we've got Jeff in as well. Hello, Jeff. Nice to see you, man. Right, now if I cut the speed about here, just let that roll on momentum until it stops, maybe a little further. Give me a second while I do a little bit of shunting. Okay, here we go. There's a derailment there. I didn't put it on the track properly. There we go. Right, reverse up. A bit of ad hoc shunting. And there's Monsville. Hello, Mon. Good to see you. Just doing a little more shunting. Right, stop it there. Direction change. Uh-oh. It didn't quite connect. But now it has. Off we go. And we are back. Right, let's lose this box. Yeah, you get copious amounts of packaging with these things. And there we go. Where's the belch of smoke? Alas, with the Bachmann Class 37, it would be very, very difficult to get a smoke unit in that. This one, however, does have the smoke. Let's see what we can do. Right, I'll just shut that one up a minute. There we go. At the moment, I'm pulling just about 0.4 of an amp. And most of that, I think, is taken up with the 20th century carriages, which do pull quite a bit of power. Plus 2 DCC sounds. So let's go around to 48. Right, I'll just stop that one a minute. Get the sounds going. Is F3. And headlight. Right, I've set the sound down quite low, so you should just about hear it as it comes past. If you want belching smoke, you now have it. Oh no, it's photobombed. You can just see a plume of smoke go past there. And there goes the Hudson. Very cool. I'll just up the speed of that one a bit, so we don't get the same problem the next time. And Aaronville has joined us. A very good day to you, Aaron. I hope you're all well. In your train room, exactly where you should be. Here comes the Class 37, pulling my new rake of English China clay CDA wagons. 15 of them. And we should be just in time for the Hudson. There she is, belching smoke. If anybody's interested, the smoke I am using today is Proto Smoke by MTH, and it was their Christmas scented edition. So you've got hints of cinnamon and that kind of thing, mixed spice. So it's quite a funky, Christmassy smell. Not unpleasant, but they had it in a big bottle, and that's what I wanted. Yeah, where's the thick diesel smoke? Well, that may be coming, Artie and Andrew. There is a diesel in the offing that does have a smoke generator. So I'll be working on that one in the near future. So all is not lost. Yeah, Simon, I'm afraid there is no smelly vision. It's a great shame. I'd love to hand everybody out a scratch and sniff card. It'd be a mixture of the smell of paraffin burning and Christmas scented smoke oil. It's a shame we can't get that old triang smell of the smell that the motors made, which I always thought was a bit like Marmite, a very savoury kind of electric smell. It's a shame you can't bottle that and send it out. Let's just get a little bit more sound. Where are we? Engine sounds on and off. Volume is F7. Not that one. Yep. F7. That's a little better. Oh, and it's just run out of steam. So let's turn the smoke off, which is F8. And I'll bring it to a stop just about where you are. F8. Right, and we will endeavour to put in some more smoke oil. Right, here is what you really need. A good fine point syringe, marked in millilitres, although this is rubbed off. Right, pop that into there. Drag a little bit of that out. Not too much. 5 millilitres is about the limit. Pop that in the top of your engine and squirt it directly down. That should be quite enough. We will start the smoke unit working once more. First of all, give it a blow down the front, just in case there's an air bubble. And you should be able to see smoke issuing up now from the locomotive. Let's get them moving. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Ever since I saw that Hudson and we actually got the model, boy was it expensive. But when it produced results like this, the sound was great. The machine just worked with such precision. And to have a smoke unit as well on it, plus all the extra lights, which is under function number 5. It actually lights up the drivers as well. I think that's mostly for maintenance, but all the bells and whistles. Even our friends down under are having thunderstorms. That's not so good. Jake, you have to keep an eye on this smoke. There are certain ESU smoke units which have a low volume sensor in the reservoir, which tells you when you've run out of smoke and it cuts the power to it. With these, you have to watch it like a hawk and don't let it boil dry, otherwise it will ruin the element, or it won't do it any good, let's put it that way. And here comes the Hudson. And so we can get a real cacophony going. I've got the 37 back online. I'll give you a blast of the horn as it comes around. Yeah, Jake, if you're going to use anything with smoke in it, just keep an eye on it, old buddy. Don't let it run dry if you can help it. The other problems is if you don't put enough juice in it or you put too much in it, there's a finite amount, usually about 5 milliliters. Here we go. I hope that's loud and proud enough for you. Yeah, Mon, you can actually still get those little files of Sue's smoke fluid that they used to have in little clear files. They're still around and you can find them at garage sales and things like that. Pick them up. They've got a smell all their own. I think over the years, Sue's have taken the smell out of it a lot, which is a shame. But I think there's that many more people with asthma that I think they had to. It was okay getting the Hudson, Mark, but I had to run it with Rivarossi coaches because I could not find in the UK any of these whatsoever. They're pretty rare in the States, but over here they're almost impossible to find. And let's just put it this way, we got lucky. The weekend before the end of November, we went to the NEC and I managed to pick these up. And now with my new CBA wagons, my cup runneth over. Yeah, that's it, Anthony. Ozone. Let the train take the strain. Ladies and gentlemen, as a rule of thumb, Jake, on the MTH Hudson, you get about 20 minutes of smoke. And then you've got to watch it. When it starts getting really thin, use the function button to turn the smoke off. There is also a small uh, in the tender just back here. There's a small switch in there which turns the smoke off manually, so you can stop it. I'd say they did a pretty good lash up of that. Where did the China clay freight train start from? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that might be Burngullow in Cornwall. They have a big port at Par, English China clay. I think it's now called Imeris, which is a French company that took them over. But the port is still there at Par, still producing China clay in the area just above St Austell in Cornwall. So around the St Austell area, that is where the clay is mined and it is refined, and then it's sent out all over the country for the potteries, paper, and everything that in between that uses China clay. Very, very useful mineral. Yeah, there's Eric. Eric, these are my new wagons that I got for my birthday last week. And just coming up behind you is the Dreyfus Hudson with the smoke going. Yes, a super present, Dave. Really pleased with that. And getting the 20th Century Limited coaches. I mean, most of these are all sleepers. Was an absolute bonus, an absolute bonus, and they weren't that expensive either. I've still got the boxes here somewhere. How much were they? They were £69 for a twin box. So you're talking about £30 for a coach each. And for a coach that's worth £100, I'd say that was pretty good. Here comes the Class 37, the ubiquitous tractor. That's a pretty prototypical train. Rail freight pulling CDAs. And there's 15 of those. What this actually means is I can now dispose of the old Hornby ones to whoever might want them, but they weren't very good. Perhaps I'll just do everyone a favour and throw them away. Oh, Connie's engaged. Hello, Connie. Great to see you, man. Nice to see you're doing a weekly update now, which is always fun. It's a shame you had one that, well, it fell off the trestle, actually. I think it was the Pendolino. Oh, dear, what a wreck. Well, let's put it this way. Considering I haven't cleaned the track this week, I'd say it's running pretty well, actually. Usually I'm quite religious about cleaning the track because it does pay dividends. So I'm probably going to have to clean the wheels quite thoroughly when these come off. But there you go. And there's Mick. Good to see you, Mick. The bar's open. That reminds me. Here's my coffee. Cheers, everyone. And for those that haven't heard it yet, here comes the cacophony, which is the Class 37. Yeah, John JMC is indeed live tonight at 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to watch two live streams because Dwight is also on at 7 o'clock UK time. It depends how you want to swing that. Oh, a fresh pot of coffee. Well, you've got to keep yourself awake, Artie. Right, let's give you a slightly different aspect. Here we go. How about that for a change? A little bit noisy, but I'm sure you'll agree it adds to the atmosphere. And here comes the Hudson. Oh, yeah. Now, you may well notice that all the signals are at red because I'm running American style today, which is Bang Road. Usually, this will be the up line, that's the down line, but I've switched them round in honour of our American cousins. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They obviously didn't like something there. That's better. First bit of dirty track today. Well, I'm glad you like it, Jeff. This is what you can do when you mix double O gauge British railways with HO gauge American railroads. It's a bit of fun, and rule one applies. You can run what you like, run what you brung. Oh, there's Eric. Hi and bye, Eric. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well as can be expected, and have a great day, man. Well, 5 inches of snow. I don't envy you there, Jeff, but it could be worse. Ah, that's lightening the noise a bit. That's the second time we've had a little upset there. I wonder what that's about. And there's trackside Mike. Hello, trackside Mike. Keep it on the tracks. I'm very much hoping to. No, nothing this time. That's good. These are the new hoppers that I got, hopper wagons from Acura Scale. There's 15 of them, Mike. They come in a 3-pack in a box, and there was 5 packs. So you should count 15 wagons, unless I've lost one. Pulled by a Class 37 tractor. And on the other track coming around is the ubiquitous Dreyfus Hudson with smoke. Oh, heaps of snow in Chicago. Well, I'm glad my parcel is well clear of Chicago. And yes, there is a parcel coming from the States. It went from Toledo to Detroit, from Detroit to Chicago, Chicago to Heathrow, and that's where it is at the moment. I mustn't grumble, Mike. It's just wet here today. I don't think we'll get any snow now before February. Famous last words. And here comes the Hudson in its full glory. F6 and F. What was it? F8 is the smoke. Right, so that stopped the smoke. Yes, the air is rather thick in here now. Right, let me grab you from your perch. And I'll make my way back over to yon computer. Here we go. Oh, there we are. Well, ladies and gents, let me just adjust that. This hat doesn't want to stay where it's put. There you go. New York, New York. So good, they named it twice. Is that a 91? What, behind me? That's a class 88. That's a class 88 in silver and grey, which denoted Wrexham and Shropshire livery, but it never quite made it into that livery completely. They didn't get the signage on it before it went out of service. Let me just thank everybody for coming in. Artie, I know it's pretty rough down under. I know our times are completely strange, but the weather is what it is. It's a heat wave down in Australia and New Zealand. Obviously, there's storms that come with that. In the States and Canada, it's generally snow and pretty nasty. Here, it's wet, a little warmer, but wet. Uh, no worries, Jeff. I get in whenever I can, mate. Share the love, as they say. It's all good. Thanks, Colin. Great to see you. We've had 8 to 10 inches of snow across 2 storms. 4 to 5 degrees, still on the ground. Yeah, still more than we got previous years. And then don't forget, when it's all over, you get the meltwater that goes with it, which is never fun. Makes everything boggy until spring really comes along. Roll on the spring. That's what I say. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming in and sharing a little railway pastime. It's a bit of fun. Running American, running British. Yeah, rule 1 applies. We just do what we have to do. Anything for a bit of fun. Take care, everyone. And thanks for coming in. And have a great day. I'll see you at Dwight's. And I'll also be in John JMC's chat, which is at the same time. I'll have to do the Marty Feldman with the funny eyeballs. But we'll give it a shot. And take care, everyone. And stay safe out there. And I'll catch you pretty soon. Adios, amigos.